Hey, dude.
Yo.
We're late.
I know, and gay.
Who gives a shit, though? We went to Detroit. We had a great weekend.
That's right.
And now we get to do a podcast with you people. Sorry we were a couple minutes late. Deal with it.
Doesn't sound like a sincere apology.
Don't judge me.
Attention parents, what you're about to see is not suitable for kids. Shoot, it's not even suitable for some grown-ups. You might want to walk away now if you ain't into these type of things.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm going to deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
That ain't funny.
Hola, creepos. Welcome to another episode of your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps by creeps for you creeps. I'm your host. My name is Vinnie, and joining me in studio, as always, my co-host. Some people call him my better half or third. It's Hot Cooker Carla.
What is happening, Vinnie Paulino? What a fun weekend we had. Great to be back here at the Comedy at the Carlson and with all you fine folks on the Creep Off.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you this, man. I'm going to give you some compliments.
Uh-oh.
Let's not get used to this up front, everybody.
Uh-oh.
You rented a nice joint.
Oh, my gosh. Our Airbnb was sweet.
We had a nice joint.
I want to go back to the Magic Bag again next year just so we can get that place again.
That place was like a hotel.
It was.
It was
nice.
like literally staying at a hotel, except for the fact that I got to drink heavily and be as loud as I want.
It was way better than a hotel.
Yes.
Yes, the house with a kitchen and all the things you'd want in a house, many bathrooms. I enjoyed it.
Well, folks, this show is usually a competition. Today, it is not, however. This is what we do when we come back from these live shows. We got to decompress and work our way back into some shit. So today, we're going to watch a little Copcam. We're going to tell some Scum stories. And, of course, we're going to do the most important thing, celebrate Super Chat Monday, Carl.
That is correct. Happy Super Chat Monday. What a day to be alive right now. And, of course, the way you celebrate Super Chat Monday is the same way that Koof celebrates Super Chat Monday. And that is with a Super Chat. Thank you for not offing yourselves. Same to you, Koof.
You're welcome. Now,
is Koof OCD? Like, if Koof didn't post that, would he have bad luck?
no, he'd jump off a bridge.
Okay.
He has to thank everybody else, so they remind him, thank you for not doing it.
That's right.
You're welcome, and he just needs that for
I was
himself.
overthinking it. You're right. No, we
Yeah.
do appreciate that you are still here with us, Koof.
Yes, don't go anywhere.
Don't go
Now,
anywhere.
We got a super chat from Red Jared C. He gave us $10, and I'm going to read this, and it kind of ripped my heart out of my chest right before the show started, so thanks for that, Red Jared. Thanks for the distraction, creeps. I had to put my dog down last week, and Greenland has been looking pretty fucking scenic. At least I know she's safe from Rob Saul now. Very funny joke at the end, concerning in the middle.
Yes, there is nothing worse than having to put down your best friend, someone a pet you've been with for 12, 15 years.
Yeah.
It's fucking brutal. I've been through it. I know what you're going through, but time, man, time will heal all wounds, and you'll look back at the good times.
I'm a dog guy myself, Red Jared. I have 3 of them. I love them all. I've had it's happened. It's terrible when it does, like Carl said, but can I just say the thing to remember? Your life is valuable, and think about what you could do with your life. You could go and save another dog. You could go give another dog a good home. You could go to one of those kill shelters and literally save one of their lives. So, what you do is up to you, buddy.
Super sincere Vinny right now.
Yeah. Do something good. Adopt a dog. If you're listening to this and you've been thinking about doing it, please do it. Those fucking places are so brutal, and dogs are so good and sweet and such good.
Some of them are jerks. Some of them are real jackasses.
Yeah, my wife's one is pretty shitty.
Some of the dogs out there kind of suck. I'm not going to lie, but there's a lot of great ones that need homes.
I was so stressed out when I got home yesterday. The only time I felt better is when my dog Ramona came and sat with me. I fucking love that dog.
Nice.
So I'm with you, Red Jared. Feel better, buddy.
Yeah, it'll get better for sure. Sorry to hear that, but thanks for being here with us because we got a fun show for you today, and it starts with us explaining
that I'm
votes.
very upset.
Yes, we had a vote this week. Of course, last week we had the creepiest personal trainer, and Vinny and I both brought some creeps for you all, and then we ask you to please go to thecreepoff.com and vote for who you thought brought the biggest creep as far as a personal trainer. And I don't know if I said this distinctively or not, I probably did. You vote one time. Everyone just votes the one time, like an election kind of thing. This isn't American Idol.
Yep.
This is important.
And listen, if I'm wrong and what you did was you took your laptop down to the nursing home and had a bunch of old people vote one at a time,
Yes.
that's fine. You're allowed to do that. But you personally are not allowed more than one vote. So a couple of things that we're going to do differently starting next week because there is no competition this week. And I gave Danny the day off because I'm so...
He's punishing you, the listeners who are cheating.
You don't get to see boobs today.
No boobs for you.
No boobs. Everybody suffers because of you today.
And they are better than ever right now. I hope you feel real good about yourself trying to cheat for Vinnie.
Danny, you could send Carl and I picks, but nobody else gets them.
So we had about a 3,000% increase in total votes this week.
It was fucking silly.
It's stupid.
So
if you're going to cheat that much, we're going to kind of notice that there's cheating going on.
Yeah, I mean, could you make it a little less obvious if you're going to do it? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Even the mainstream media couldn't act like those were legit votes.
And we knew it was fake because it says Kamala Harris won. It's fucking crazy.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense. So here's what's going to happen.
So, Vinnie, you got like, what, 2,000 votes or?
Yeah, I technically won, but
yes,
here's the deal. Here's the deal, true believers. I very much want to believe there is some integrity in this goddamn game. This horrible game that shouldn't exist. There needs to be integrity. And I've offered before when people cheat to back off of a point, and I'm offering that today, Carl.
No, I did not win last week. The cheating was rampant, but I don't think people were cheating on my behalf, and I did not receive a lot of votes. So I'm giving you this one. If it was the normal amount of votes, you would have had easy 70, 80% of the votes. Not the 95% of the votes that you did, even with the adjusted for cheating numbers that we had. You said like 92%.
So
you definitely won last week. I'm going to give it to you for sure.
Are you saying I bested you?
You bested me last week, so
clip it, Alex.
I think you have a drop for that, don't you? When you add a point,
I believe I do, Carl.
One more for the good guys.
And speaking of which, let's talk about Detroit before we get into the show a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing about the voting. Starting next competition, there's going to be a CAPTCHA. You're going to have to do it from now on. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
You're going to have to show your ID.
It's very easy to get around a CAPTCHA. Just be a person. Just be a person voting.
There you go.
You have to apologize for that.
Crazy things happened in Detroit. Carl, I was in the presence of a Creep-Off Hall of Famer.
Wow, were you? I was a little bit jealous.
I still feel icky.
I went on Drew Lane's podcast, and from there went right to the hockey game, only to find out Vinny's living his best life.
It's kind of what I do when I go on these things.
It's true.
Now, we all know, if you are a patron of the Creep Off, we have been following Hulk Hogan's antics with his beer. We watched the video from earlier last year, or this year, when Nick Hogan, his son, was pulled over for DUI, and Hulk showed up looking old as shit with a big old walking stick. And he comes up and he starts trying to give wise words to the cop because he's all Christian and shit.
Right.
He's like, brother, every terrible thing in my life has happened because of alcohol. This is just terrible. I'll take care of my boy. We watched him find Jesus.
And then he put out a beer.
Jesus a few weeks later. And then it's time for real American beer, dude. And he shows up at the RNC wearing the t-shirt for the beer company.
Yep.
And he also showed up in Howell, Michigan.
He was all over Detroit. The day that we get into Detroit, I forgot who sent it to us. Some nice listener sent us a note saying, here's the Hulkster's schedule today. He's going to be at this place. He's over at Buffalo Wild Wings, and he's over here at this other place. So multiple chances to go and see Hulk Hogan. I believe you were following him around, right, Vinny?
Well, producer Chris, the greatest, he's a mensch. He watches Thunder in Paradise with us, which we're going to watch part 2 of Thunder in Paradise part 2 this Friday.
Can't wait. I saw someone complaining about us watching those. It's like, are you nuts? It's the best bonus shows we do.
You're all out of your mind. So here's the deal. I decided to go out there. It was 45 minutes away from the Airbnb. We had driven in from Rochester very early that morning. And we were like, you know what, dude? We're going to go see Hulk. We're going to see what happens. And let me tell you what that motherfucker does. He shows up at the venue for a scheduled 40 minutes is what they have. I believe it was 40 minutes. 5 of it is getting his ass in there because he's kind of old. He's walking around okay. But if I stood next to him, I think I'm taller than him now.
Really? No, that can't be true.
I
He's
know.
6'5".
He's not 6'5". They always
No?
lied about their heights, but
Okay,
he also, his finishing move was falling on his spine
that's
for
true.
40 years.
It's true. Not
He's
not
had a
great-
million back surgeries. I think they may have had to pop a couple vertebrae. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but he just looked a lot smaller than you would expect when you see Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
When you see Spence from Thunder in Paradise, you expect fucking Hulk.
Superhero, right?
Not the guy fucking slunched over. Well, surprise, surprise, all he really wanted to do was tell everybody to vote.
Yeah, it turned out they were just like Trump rallies, right?
They
All
pretty
of
much
these
were.
appearances were just him yelling about Trump the whole time.
And I'm sending a video to myself right now because I forgot to do this.
Okay,
And I'm going to play it on the show right now as long as it gets over to me.
excellent.
I filmed Hulk
Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
imitating Scott Hall.
Oh, you gotta love that.
Hulk stole people's gimmicks, folks. This was what was amazing. He didn't come out there and go, Real American Beer's running wild on you, dude. He didn't do any of that. He didn't tell us that Real American Beer is going to take us to the next level, man.
No, instead he goes, I've had this beer. It's a very good beer. You're gonna like this beer. I've had other beers that are not as good as this beer.
It wasn't take your vitamins, say your prayers, and drink Real American Beer. It wasn't that. It was all, hey, guys. Hold on. I'm downloading it right now. It was just him doing imitations of Scott Hall and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, if you're gonna pick a couple guys to do impressions of, those are two good ones.
Yeah, but I wanted to see Hulk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. You did get to see him, and you had a pretty nice interaction with him. But we'll talk about
We'll
that.
talk about that right after this. Here's the video. Coming up. That's not the one. This is the
Are
one.
these the edibles you got in Michigan?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. There's some good stores there.
There are. Why isn't this playing? You son of a bitch. Download.
Guys, one of the things I like to preach about podcasts is being prepared.
You know what? Here's what he
Always
does.
be ready for what you want to present.
Guess what? It's going on the bonus episode. I fucked up.
You really don't have it?
It's not
I can buy
played.
some time for you if you want.
Give me just a second.
Sure.
here.
I'll
Yeah, buddy.
I can always hit some drops for people. People like the drops they haven't heard in a little while.
Whoa, you got butt slam. Ho, 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 ho.
Killing it, Carl.
What you think was gonna happen when you go there? What you think was gonna happen, that's what you wear. Going out half naked with your ass bare. Now you want it in it so you can be in the electric
This might be a
chair.
little weird.
Give it the blame, give it the
We're gonna
blame,
try
give it
it.
the blame now. Give it the blame, give it the blame, give it the blame now.
Give it the blame. Oh, we're gonna get a fucking.
Here
Here we go.
Did you
Stop it before we get the fucking.
Oh, right.
God damn it! You just ruined this episode
I hope
already.
not. I hope not.
Okay.
It's survey time. Is everybody here gonna vote for Kamala Harris? Or is everybody here gonna vote for Donald J. Trump?
This is what he did.
I love it. I think that's hilarious. Scott Hall was my favorite. He was my favorite.
Dude, listen, man. The Outsiders, top 3 tag teams in my world.
Sure.
Maybe number 2.
What's
Never
number
gonna beat the
one?
Hart Foundation. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
Right.
But fucking Scott Hall was the man. And he goes out there, my buddy Scott used to do this, and he starts imitating him. Then he starts doing the Stone Cold Steve Austin when everybody drinks a beer.
Mm-hmm.
But he said one thing.
Did he smash 2 beers together and chug them?
He did nothing fun.
Oh.
He did nothing fun. His first words he said were, hey, Hulkamaniacs. This was the only thing he did that was like Hogan. I'm sorry I'm late. I was up all night last night. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it here because I was up partying with Trump till 4 a.m.
That's definitely not the case.
No shit.
He's definitely lying about that.
Oh, dude. Okay, Obnoxious John, of my favorites, my personal favorites, not of all time. Come on. There's definitely better tag teams than the Outsiders.
Is that
but
what his complaint is?
he's right, though.
Okay.
I just loved them. They were great.
Fair
So Hogan does this thing where he goes, does anybody remember when I was in the NWO? And you saw how close I was. There was like 100 people behind me.
Yeah.
I looked at him and I went, for life. And he stopped and he pointed. He gave me. I got the Hogan point. That's right, brother. NWO for life. And then he just started talking about Trump again.
Fuck yeah. Congratulations, Vinny. I bet if Hogan writes another book, you'll be in it. You probably made such an impact on him. There was a Hulkamaniac at this event in Michigan.
Do you want to know what a mark I was? I
Yeah.
wore my Real American Beer t-shirt.
Oh, of course you did.
I bought one. I was going to wear it for the show. And I was like, oh, shit, this just worked out.
Well, congrats. I'm glad that you
wasn't really
had a
pissed.
fun time
It was just
with the
really,
Hulkster in Detroit.
it was just really weird to see a creep off Hall of Famer. I was just, if I had gotten close to him, I was trying to come up with what sarcastic question to ask him to film. I had a couple I was leaning towards.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what?
Did Vince ever ask you to shit out a woman's head?
That's a good one. Yep, that's a Stuttering John-esque question.
Yep.
If Fred had written it.
Did you ever fuck Sonny? Like, I would just ask him silly questions like that. Harpua is right. I am just a big sweet child. It's not wrong.
Wow.
It is not wrong.
Get the word sweet out of there.
Well, listen, I would try to clone Hulk and pass that child off as my son. I'm not going to lie to Wired Christian. He says, Vinny, you would yank the Hulk hair for a sample. You're not wrong.
Well, that's very exciting. Of course, we did a live show too, but whatever. We got Carl's Copcam. We got Scum Parade.
So
where
you
do you want to start today?
Well, I'm going to show you one video. We'll do a Scum Parade and we'll finish up on Carl's Copcam to take us home. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, I'm going to show you one video. And I told you about this in the hotel, and I was going to show this at WATP Live. It just didn't fit. This is how you fail a breathalyzer test, folks. This made me laugh uncontrollably. I'm not going to tell you what I was up to when I was laughing uncontrollably, but boy, did I. This is from Russia. This is a gentleman who's been pulled over for driving. And the cops, this is an old gentleman, are trying to get him to breathe into the breathalyzer.
Okay. Oh, he thought it was a. I was going to say that breathalyzer is very different. He thought it was a bottle of vodka. He tried to drink it.
The fucking cops are laughing at him.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, God, it made me roll.
He's like, yeah, I'll take a pull. That's fine. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh,
Appreciate it.
You're good kids.
Yeah,
You
appreciate
cops
that,
are good.
officer.
And you know what? Let him go. I say let him go.
No,
About your
Christian's with
business.
you on that. That's funny.
Let him go. All right, Carl. Let's do some Scum stories. Where do we want to start? Oh, yeah. Let's start where I was last week, Alabama.
Okay.
Before I get into this story, I'm not going to show you the mugshot, but I've been to this area of Alabama where this is. It's kind of close.
Vinny's brain just stopped working again, guys.
Always does, just like
We got
that.
to get a defibrillator.
Guy's
for your
name's
brain.
Timothy Lincoln,
Okay.
and he was kind of looking suspicious
Okay.
for this part of Alabama. Now, typically, I think this is just what Alabama people look like, but this guy really had a reason. He really looked like he was drawing attention to himself. Now, I'm going to show you the image of him. He was standing in front of an Ulta beauty store
Yeah.
like this.
He's a beauty, all right. So I'll describe for people who listen to the podcast or Blind Mike that this man has taken the entire Crayola, the whole box of Crayolas out and just gone to town on his face with them. He's got a green nose, a lot of reds, a
Blue beard. He's got a blue
The
beard.
blue beard is what really stands out to me. That takes a little bit more effort than just drawing on your face with crayons and markers.
Now, he went to Ulta. Now, he's standing outside of the place. He's not going in, but I imagine that the employees are a little terrified because the people who work there are not exactly tough folks.
No.
And there's this giant dude standing out there with all this, looking inside angrily and pacing in front of the store on a cell phone, yelling at someone. One of the employees goes out there and kind of listens to what's happening. And he basically threatened, according to the employee, he says, I'm going to blow this shit up.
Listen, this guy's obviously too busy with art projects to obtain bombs or blow anything up. He's obviously not a threat. And also, I just want to point out, Melka's right. He fell asleep at a party. That's very possible.
Malka,
he was the first to pass out at the
and
party.
that's what I think is why he's pissed at Ulta.
Oh, probably.
They used all sorts of makeup. He's like, I'll fix them.
Yep.
This is an Alabama man. We're not using logic here.
Okay.
So
Make sense.
He was arrested for making terroristic threats.
I want to be just like Alabama man.
So the cops arrested him, and he's facing 10 years in prison for this.
Is he really?
Which is insane.
It is, because a guy like this cannot obtain a bomb. This guy's not going to get a bomb. They didn't find anything. He didn't have anything. He's just having a bad day.
He's like if Jesus and Bomb Pop had a baby.
Yes. That's a brilliant analogy.
Wapio.
Yes, well done.
This guy, $100,000 bond for threatening to blow up an Ulta. I mean, don't do it, but
Right, don't do
definitely
it,
don't do it.
But just like threatening it and menacing the employees is kind of funny.
What happened to freedom of speech in this country?
Yeah, what happened to jokes?
I denounce it.
What happened to people just enjoying a good joke outside of the store where they work?
Oh, please. 90% of those people are in there going, man, I wish I could blow this place up.
Right.
Nobody likes their job.
They're thinking it's right.
John Ziermites nailed it. If only Woke Dad's art studio had opened up on time, this could have all been
That's
avoided.
right. That's how he was saving lives. You're right. I never thought of that. Maybe he really is saving lives at that studio.
Yeah. Well, that was a great story. A fun little tease to stick our toe in the creep well. I don't know who the creep is here.
Don't you think that everyone should feel a little bit nervous about their lives when they're at work? Like some people have very dangerous jobs, not firefighters, but other people actually have real dangerous jobs. You would want these employees to kind of be on edge a little bit from time to time.
Firefighters face terrible odds,
Yeah, like the chili gets...
Yeah, there's kitchen accidents.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Spill the chili, slip on it. It's actually kind of hilarious, but it does happen.
There's a lot of accidents on those poles.
That's true.
They can be slippery. Carl, let's go to Arkansas.
Okay.
We're going to introduce you to Tony Patton. Tony Patton had a friend in the hospital, and he came to pick her up.
Okay.
Only problem was he showed up pretty fucking hammered.
Okay.
To come get her. Now, police arrested him after they say he urinated on hospital equipment and threatened a bunch of the staff members.
Well, first off, urine is sterile, so I don't know what the problem is there. I think that there's arresting because he's a black man. That's what I think. Racism.
Obviously, it's Arkansas.
Yes, this is racism.
So this is 54-year-old Tony Patton. He was arrested also for terroristic threatening and public intoxication. According to the affidavit, officers responded to the local hospital for, quote, someone drunk. Patton went to the hospital to pick up a friend. Officers were advised that Patton was acting extremely impaired and was going through drawers and hospital equipment.
How did he get into the room?
Well, obviously, there's a problem.
Yeah,
this guy's being a problem.
Yeah.
He ends up in some room and he starts just digging through all the equipment. Like, when I was a kid, I told you about the medical problems my dad had. He was in the hospital and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do this shit. I used to go fucking all Howie Mandel with the fucking gloves and the thing.
Start peeing on everything, too.
Fill him with piss, throw him out a window.
Yep. That's fun.
Yeah. You got to make your own fun when you have to spend every day after school in a hospital.
It's true.
Now, upon speaking with him, he told after he peed in the thing, he took out a cup that was in one of them, tried to pee in the cup like it was a specimen container.
Right, yeah.
It might have been some nurse's coffee.
Well, if you don't have like the ball and cup game on the string to play with, you got to find something to do. So I'll see if I can pee in this little cup right here.
Yeah. And he did it like in the front of a bunch of people. And the staff is like, hey, dude, you got to stop. And he goes, I've killed 31 people, sir.
I think that's
as he's pissing in a cup. He's like, I've killed 31 people.
I think bragging about your body count's a little tacky, to be honest with you.
Get a couple in you. Sometimes people like to brag.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, he said, you're next. And then the cops came and arrested him. He's being held at the Greene County Detention Center.
Well, how did his date go, though? Did he find his girlfriend or not?
Well, I think she needed another ride.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Call an Uber. All right, folks, we're moving on. Let's go over to Deutschland. Not Deutschland. This person is Dutch.
Netherlands. Yes. Holland.
Yeah, Holland. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Here we go. A gentleman, a Dutch man, had to be rushed to a hospital after taking a bunch of GHB and having a sex party in which he went into the kitchen and boiled 15 hard eggs.
Yeah.
So he's got some hard-boiled eggs. And I guess everybody at the party took turns shoving them up his asshole.
Yes, they did. They took the shells off.
Yep.
They let him cool down a little bit.
Because they're friends.
And then they shoved 15 hard-boiled eggs in this guy's rectum. And I just want to say, because he was high on GHB, this should be the anti-drug commercial. Remember the one from when we were kids with the frying pan, they're frying the egg? Like, that never scared me. I'm like, I already think stupid. I don't care. But if you just showed like a guy like getting high and then shoving eggs up their asshole, I'm like, oh, drugs are bad. I want nothing to do with this lifestyle.
Could you imagine how bad this guy's farts smell?
Oh, God. I would imagine like eggs.
Very much so. Sulfur. On last week, this man showed up at the hospital with a stomach pains.
You don't say.
And the doctor's like, oh, well, he does have a high heart rate and rapid breathing. So they did examine it. They were like, oh, wow, there's a lot of weird bumps on your in your stomach down here, your lower
He was in a lot of pain at this time.
Yeah. And apparently when you stuff that many eggs up your own asshole, you could tear your intestines open.
Which he did.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not sure if this guy should be embarrassed or celebrated, to be honest with you, Vinny. This has to be a world record. Is there another person who's put 16 or more eggs up their ass? Pretty impressive. I'd say it's more impressive than eating hot dogs. Like, I've seen a lot of guys who can eat hot dogs. I see very few people.
I like to see Joey Chestnut try this.
Yeah, I've seen very few people who can shove this many eggs up their ass.
Guinness World Record.
I stop after 2.
Eggs up. Quitter. Hold on. Let's
dang Glaz is worried about his cholesterol. I hear you. A lot of health risks with this. I want to see Lucy Tightbox try it.
You know what, man?
That's behind the paywall.
There's no category.
Oh, really, Vinny? You actually did look it up. That's hilarious.
Of course. I just wanted to make sure.
Hard-boiled eggs is the record.
Apparently, this unnamed man in Holland is now the record holder.
You know the other thing I was thinking about?
For smelliest farts.
So you're high and you're shoving these things in your butt. I don't know, it's a party trick or whatever it is. Do you lose count? Like, could you imagine these guys are like, I don't know, I just put 10 eggs in my ass. I do it all the time. I don't know what the problem is. They're like, oh, sir, we found 15. Like, oh, fuck. Okay, yeah.
This guy
was too many.
You know what's really funny is
that's on me. Eggs on my face.
When his buddies showed up and they're doing the GHB, and he's like, all right, you ready to do this? And like, yeah. And he pulls out a carton of eggs. He's like, that's not nearly enough. Go to the store, get another carton.
12 eggs is all? Are you kidding me? Do that shit in my sleep.
Dear God. So they had to perform what's called a laparotomy surgery.
Easy for you to say.
It is not.
Oh.
And they had to cut through his stomach into his intestines to pull out the eggs.
You know, I get these conversations. Vinny, with people. They go, teachers are underpaid. I'm like, what about these doctors that have to remove hard-boiled eggs from a guy's asshole because he's having a fucking gay GHB party?
Yeah, Dr. Steve would have been like, oh, it was a Thursday.
Oh yeah, Dr. Steve would have loved this.
Dr. Steve would have been like,
don't even give me a paycheck this week, guys. This one's on me.
Steve would sit there with this guy and be like, so how did it feel?
You have any video of it?
Oh.
Does anyone film it that I can watch?
Here's the thing. The real problem was when they started shoving these eggs down this guy's asshole, it was creating these bubbles of air inside of his intestines. You're not supposed to have those in there, apparently. No. It was very bad and very painful. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the lesson from today's show. Adopt, don't shop. Go get yourself a dog from the pound. Take care of them. Don't shove hard-boiled eggs up your own asshole, even if it's a cool party trick.
Also, according to this article, GHB is a drug used in date rapes as well as recreationally. I'd say date rapists would argue that it's all recreational. Just saying.
It's all recreational is the name of the episode today.
It's all recreational when it comes to GHB.
Jesus Christ. That's fucked up.
All right, I went too far.
Nah.
You know what? It's Super Chat Monday and I'm feeling it. We're having a fantastic Super Chat Monday over here.
Speaking of which, they're coming in, Carl.
They are.
Oh, Michael P.
Michael P. Save a Tua and put a Guardian cap on. Go Bills. Yeah, why was Tua not playing with one of those stupid, ridiculous fucking helmet things?
Well, because his brain has already been too scrambled and he's just like, I don't need it.
Yeah, he just forgot it.
Forgot it. And his kids' names. He had a great game, though.
Yeah, the Dolphins lost, though.
Yeah, they sure did by 1 point with 1 second left. And did I want to hang myself? Yup.
Yeah, that was a tough way for that to end.
And then I pet a dog.
Good.
Joseph Collins, hail Vinny and hail Carl. Thanks for the $1.99, my man. Hail Joseph Collins.
Mason in Portland says Seahawks beat themselves. F the Bills. I'm going to argue with that a little bit here. I agree with you. They didn't play the best game. Obviously, when you have it at the goal line and you hike it over your Geno Smith's head, that's not going to help things. But you got to understand, the other play where Geno's lineman stepped on his foot and he tripped and the Bills got the ball back, that was because they stuffed the run the 3 plays before that. I mean, the Bills played very, very well. They held Kenneth Walker III to 12 rushing yards. That's pretty goddamn good.
You know what I just realized? The biggest matchup in American history is happening next week.
Oh, what's that?
Dolphins-Bills on Sunday.
Yeah, baby.
We're going to get so fucked.
We should go.
Why? I mean, you might as well show up with some fucking hard-boiled eggs. Like, Miami's getting fucked up.
We'll see.
That
we'll
team
see.
is so bad, right? Oh my
The
god.
AFC East is a disaster.
We're in second place somehow.
It doesn't make any sense. It's only because you haven't played as many games.
Yeah, we had a bye week, so we're in second place.
You haven't had as many losses.
Last dabbler standing. Thanks for the $2. Glad to meet you all, Detroit. Great to meet you too.
Great to meet you. Thanks for coming out to that. It was a very fun show.
Hamilton Burger. Thanks for the 2 Canadian. Cool Hand Luke. Meet Cool Ass Luke.
There you go.
I love it.
The guy's got to have some nicknames with his friends.
Let's talk about people shoving more things up their own asshole, shall we, Carl?
That's all we do here.
Pretty much. Never anyone attractive, though. It's really the problem. Sasha Yates from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, is a transgender sports coach for the Gettysburg, Pennsylvania high school. Well, not so much anymore. You see, Sasha is an interesting case. She started working in the school district in 2018 while still identifying as a male. But in 2022, he began using the name Sasha after he declared he was transgender. Yates has 3 children, 2 of which appear to live in the United Kingdom with their mother, and 1 young daughter who lives with him in Pennsylvania.
2 lucky kids and 1 very unlucky kid.
So there's this thing that we've noticed when we talk about trans creeps. And it's the creeps. It's not trans people.
No, I mean,
not all trans people are creeps.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is a very weird and rare occurrence where a trans person is a super weird creep around children.
Very strange. Very rare.
Yep.
Very rare.
Yeah. It hasn't been depicted on South Park for years or anything like that.
Nope. Didn't see those ones. I was just watching the Casa Bonita episode on repeat.
A great one, too.
Now, during this time, she's coming out, she's transgender, and she's working with the kids in sports. So she starts using the women's locker room with the kids.
Girls' locker room,
The girls' locker room, yeah.
Right.
So she would be in the women's locker room and would start asking the young girls questions about being a woman. So it's like she was trying to get the kids to teach her shit
about their periods and their panties. I swear to God, this is a real life Miss Garrison.
Right.
This is what Mr. Garrison would do when he pretended that he was trans. It's like, oh my God, I got my period. I got to go get an abortion. That's pretty much what Sasha was doing.
Oh, it's time for another abortion.
I gotta go get this baby ripped out of
Where
me.
do you get your abortions at, girls?
Right.
Like, it's just, these are children that we're talking about here. So the girls later reported that they were able to see Yates' penis through his very sheer underwear as she's asking them about their periods.
Yeah, Yates stripped down to bra and panties.
Yep.
In the girls' locker room. And yeah, everything's still there.
Now, here's some fun facts about this case because Redux.com did the dirty work on this, so I'll give them a plug.
Exclusive.
There was a public outcry about this. Some people went to the school. So what they did was the school district quietly hired an attorney to do investigation into the allegations that he had exposed himself to the female students.
Okay, and how did the attorney figure that out? They probably interviewed all the girls about the incident?
No, didn't talk to any of them.
Oh.
But Christopher Harris, the attorney that the school district hired, said that this was unsubstantiated.
No.
Despite never interviewing the girls, like we said.
Okay.
And it also turns out that this guy Harris, about 6 months later, was arrested on child porn charges.
This is the creepiest school in America. If your children are in this school, get them out immediately. This is crazy.
So this initial report on Yates' conduct came just as his contract with the district was up for renewal. And though 2 of the young girls who had been exposed to Yates' inappropriate behavior were daughters of school board members, the district still voted to renew him.
You do not want to let a trans person go. It could be very bad PR.
That's got to be what it is, right?
It's got to be, because there's no reason to keep this person around.
When you're fucking doing the Ric Flair helicopter in the girls' locker room, there's usually you get fired.
Yes, that is true. Unless you're Ric Flair or a trans person. Correct.
Yeah. So speaking to Redux, board members Michelle Smyers explained that on the evening of September 29th, she received an email from a concerned parent featuring 2 attachments, Carl. Both were homemade porno videos of Yates engaged in what they call disturbing sex acts.
Okay.
One video is Yates sitting there with, this is the quote from the school board member. One video is Yates sitting there with some tight woman's shirt on, about nothing on his bottom, smoking with what I thought was a crack pipe, but it turns out it was.
Let's talk about Matt, baby. Let's
Let's talk about it, yes, sirree. Let's talk about all the bad things and the bad things meth heads see. Let's talk about meth.
It's almost like this person's mentally ill or something.
After seeing that, she says, I opened the next video and there he was wearing a bra, bent over a sink or something with a black male, wearing a full hood over his head behind him, performing anal sex on him. He was looking directly at the camera the whole time.
That's not creepy at all.
Horrified, Spires immediately contacted the school district's police chief and reported having received the videos. She then called the school board president, who assured her that Yates would be gone the next day. Disturbingly, Yates appeared to have known that Smyers received the videos and contacted her via text message the next day to assure her that he would tender his resignation. Smyers says she believed that she was a gesture intended to get her to keep quiet on the videos. So it was like, hey, listen, I'll just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Smyers instead escalated her concerns, filing a formal complaint with Pennsylvania's Childline, the state child's protective authorities, because after all, this person was swinging dick in the locker room and now is doing meth. You can't have this person in the school making this shit.
Hold on a second, Vinny. I
don't care what you do behind closed doors, but if you're fucking smoking meth and getting fucking balled out and then going in and waving it around.
So you don't want your daughter seeing a grown woman who has a penis in the locker room? It's very narrow-minded of you, Vinny. I'm actually disappointed.
That's not what I said.
Very disappointed.
I said I didn't want one whose asshole could wink at them doing that.
Okay. Fair enough.
So Yates resigned, and a bunch of people who that they reported this to claimed that they never knew about the initial investigation.
Okay.
So it's very weird that this person was rehired after all this. So yeah, Redux reached out to the Gettysburg Area School District for comment, but they did not receive a response in time for this publication.
I'm going to say this person shouldn't be employed by a school. I'm just going to go out on a limb. What do you think? I'm filming yourself smoking meth seems really stupid. Seems like you're a really dumb person.
Non-white dabbler. Nice to meet you. Personally, I'd prefer a penis haver with a loose asshole being in the same room with my daughter.
Okay, well, no further explanation needed.
He made a good point. It's like, yeah, oh, not the problem. But
okay.
Still a little creepy. I get it. I get what you're going for there. Carl, that is Sasha. We'll find Yates. We'll keep an eye on Sasha Yates. Now, let's talk about this guy. This is a young man making out with Katy Perry on American Idol.
A lucky guy. He's talented. He's a singer. Plays the guitar. And look at that.
Now, he's 19 years old when this photo was taken. And the reason why he's being kissed, everybody, is because he told them all that I never kissed a girl before. And I'm just saving it for something special.
Oh, he's like one of those kind of prudy, nerdy guys who is, has these ideals about love and marriage. And I'm saving my first kiss for the love of my life.
I'd rather be around the loose asshole trans person than.
Well, he could be right about that. Why? Why is this guy in the news? It's happened a while. It happened years ago.
Well, looking me in the eyes and stabbing a baby. I'd rather be around that person than this dork. He's 26 years old now, and he was allegedly in possession of 700 images of child sexual abuse material, according to the police.
Oh, so that's why he hated this experience, because he had to kiss an adult woman. Ew.
Yeah. So my point is, he goes on American Idol. Katy Perry calls him over, and I would play the clip for you, but I can't.
No, we can't.
And Katy Perry calls him over and says, oh, give me a kiss on the cheek. And she turns around and kisses him on the lips.
Right.
To be his first kiss.
And he was very embarrassed by that. He kind of didn't like it.
Yeah.
And now we find out why he didn't like it, because Katy Perry's in her 30s.
And
yucky.
That's exactly it. Let me tell you something. I would crawl over glass to make out with Katy Perry. Are you fucking kidding me? Katy Perry is amazingly gorgeous.
I kissed a pedo and I liked it. I don't think that's going to chart.
I don't think so either. California peds are irresistible. So during the show, she kissed him, and then after, he goes on all these shows about how he complained how inappropriate it was. And
right.
I just was trying to save it for someone special.
He's a wholesome boy, obviously.
Yeah, we should call this dude out. Benjamin Glaz, he's 26. He was arrested on October 18th following a months-long investigation. Now, I want to point out, I don't think American Idol is going to change the name of their show now.
They should. This is embarrassing for them if they don't change it. They had a pedo on their show, and they're not going to change the name. That's crazy. We'll get VTL on here for comment.
Good. Fuck him. I would kiss SJ for a chance to fuck KP.
Yeah, well,
You're not wrong.
you're not wrong about that.
You are not wrong. All right, let's
No,
make this next. Oh,
Hold
sorry,
on,
go ahead.
before we move on from this kid,
Yeah.
I just want to point something out. So 26 years old, caught with 700 images and videos. They didn't find all the hard drives yet. We've been doing these stories for too long. I know for a fact there isn't a pedo around that has fewer than 3,000 images and videos. They don't stop at 700.
Well, Carl, that's where you're wrong. I'm different. You see, I like to be friends and have a relationship with the children that I take pictures of and have pictures of.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. There's
dude.
more hard drives somewhere. Keep looking, boys.
Yeah. All right. Super chat's coming in, Carl.
Hey, it's Super Chat Monday, so that works out really well.
Joseph Collins says Tom Segura almost died in college from a GHB overdose.
Is that a true story? I don't know enough about Tom Segura. Who was trying to rape him?
Josh Potter, but he couldn't find the hole.
Uh,
Non-white dabbler. Content's still good. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Oh, yeah, that is a true story.
What happened? He was just taking it for fun?
I don't know. But he did a whole "this is not happening" about it.
Now, Dang Lizard asks an interesting question. They had a pedo that was sexually assaulted by Katy Perry. Does that cancel each other out?
That's a good question.
Now, if I'm this guy, this guy's lawyer, I would blame being molested by Katy Perry for all of this.
Right.
He didn't do it. My client did nothing like this until he was sexually assaulted by Katy Perry on national television. He couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, let's check out what Russell Brand's got on his hard drives. Maybe she does this to all the guys. We don't know.
I think we should check Russell
We
Brand.
probably should anyway.
Russell Brand thinks he's Jesus Christ now, and it is astounding.
He's interesting.
And the only reason I know that is because subreddit surfing is on Rumble.
I was just going to say,
and every time I turn on Rumble, it's just fucking,
yep.
Hey, it's me, weirdo fucking guy from the movies that you used to like 15 years ago.
He's pretty hard to miss on that Rumble. That is true.
Oh, he stinks. All right, Carl, speaking of people who stink, let's meet Thomas Gallagher, shall we?
Yeah, what's he up to?
No good. He's 56 years old. He is under arrest and accused of attempting to kidnap a child in northeastern Colorado last week. Okay. According to the arrest affidavit, Gallagher is suspected of breaking into a home on October 15th in Sterling. It happened in the middle of the night on Walnut Street, and the man was allegedly wearing a cloth clown mask.
Dude, clowns cannot catch a break. Whoever the clown lobby is, they suck. Every single thing that clowns do is creepy and awful. It's never like, clown saves lives, celebrated, handed the key to the city. And so it's just like another guy in a clown suit raped a bunch of people and has children in his basement. Like, great.
Why can't they all just be like Krusty and do adult crimes? Gambling, hookers.
Right. Smart cigar smoking.
Stick to the vices, clowns.
Right.
Now, the man went into the bedroom of an 8-year-old girl and attempted to kidnap her. Officer said he blindfolded the girl, and when she fought back, he hit her in the head and tried to choke her. The man allegedly ran off with the girl's phone before police officers arrived at the scene.
So that girl's not going to have any trouble sleeping for the rest of her life. That's great.
Dude.
Could you imagine this happening when you're 8? That a clown comes into your room and tries to murder you or kidnap you? I have a feeling that you're not going to feel real safe sleeping in your bed in your room ever again.
I want you to know, like, look at this face of this guy.
Yeah.
You see this guy in Wegmans, you see him in a supermarket, you don't think anything. People fucking like this, aren't they? He's fucking putting on a clown mask and trying to grab an 8-year-old out of her bedroom.
You're saying he doesn't?
Fuck.
You don't think that guy looks guilty?
I'm just saying he looks like a normal dude you would see around. It's like, you never know. Protect your children.
Yeah,
from clowns.
It's just like a regular dude. Yeah. It's like a regular dude. Yeah, you wouldn't even know.
They were able to use a now I'm also going to point out, it says he stole her cell phone.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
The dumbest thing you could do, folks. The dumbest thing you do is steal someone's cell phone.
They do have tracking devices on
it. Is literally a GPS.
Yeah.
It is a literal device used to track people. So,
right.
Way to go, Tom. Would you think you were to see the 8-year-old sweet nudes?
Yeah, you think she's taking nudes of herself and sending it to classmates? They don't do that till they're 10 or 11.
Yeah, he ended up getting arrested, and he is in prison now. He has no bond. They're doing DNA tests on the clown mask and a pair of gloves that he left behind at the scene.
I'll give him credit, though. He does look like he's regretting some of his actions in that photo. He can't even look up to the lens on it. He's just like, yeah, I fucked up. Saying this isn't a good look.
He's thinking, should I have gone Spider-Man mask?
Yes.
Like Cardiff? Cardiff, what mask do you wear when you sneak into children's bedrooms?
That's
I'm
a
just
great
curious.
question.
Let me know. All right, let's meet this piece of
Who
shit.
would be so we've met a lot of crazy characters through the Dabbleverse and through our travels. And this past weekend we were hanging out with some of those crazy characters like JT and Obnoxious John and obviously Tukey, Cardiff. Who would surprise you the least that you found out they were total creeps and are going to prison for the rest of their lives?
Oh boy. It would surprise me the least.
Yeah, who would surprise you the least? Like I told you tomorrow, I'm like, oh, guess what? So-and-so turns out is actually like an ESO kind of guy. Who would surprise you the least? All right,
if you would ask me this 3 years ago, I would have said Cardiff.
Yeah, I'm saying Cardiff now. I'm still going Cardiff.
Really?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay.
So it would surprise me the least. Cardiff's a great guy. We all love Cardiff. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be like, what? I was like, oh, okay.
I will say this. Cardiff, every time he comes to a live event, he always brings his wife with him. They have a nice time.
No, I know. They're lovely people.
They're very nice people.
They are.
But there's probably a reason why she's like, I have to go with you.
Maybe.
Cardiff.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't trust him.
That might be what it is.
I like some of the people are saying Ray DeVito, OJ Dick Masterson, a couple more Ray DeVitos.
Oh, who would surprise me the least? Vito.
Vito, yep. That one would
hide
be a
in plain
huge
sight.
shocker.
Hide in plain sight, kids.
Yep, that's a good point.
All right. This gentleman is a real fucking garbage piece of shit. His name is what the fuck is this guy's name?
Oh, is this Nathan Ginter?
Nathan Ginter. He's 43 years old, and he's going to spend the next 4 decades in prison for abusing his 3-year-old daughter.
Oh, that's probably not good.
Yeah.
Was she misbehaving?
No, this was a 3-year-old child.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to teach her discipline, what he thought the best thing to do would be to waterboard her.
Okay. That's how you get answers from people. I learned that from the CIA.
Did you eat the cookies?
Right.
I did eat the cookies, Dad. It was me. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get a lot of confessions from this kid. That they didn't do anything. Also, he would beat her with a bamboo stick. Not good. And then the worst of all, and what got him caught for these horrible things, was he would take a stun gun and shock the child in the ass when she wasn't behaving. He did this so often, it caused burns on this poor kid.
I'd hate to see his technique for training dogs. If this is how he treats a 3-year-old girl, it's not great.
Want to know the worst part?
What's that?
The 3-year-old's mother, Tiffany Britton, reportedly pled guilty to similar charges of abuse.
I saw this
against the kid.
Like, these are very specific, horrific torture techniques. And it's like similar. Can you be more specific? What do you mean similar? Also waterboarding this kid? She's like, that looks fun. Not my turn.
You know what? I'm sorry. Just to backtrack a little bit, Goonie, you may have nailed it.
Joey C. Gosh, I also saw Eric Zane show up in the comments, and I went,
Zane
wow.
has people in his trunk, of course.
Zane might have some of that going on as well.
Oh, man. You don't fucking hurt kids. The victim's 9-year-old sister saw the abuse and testified in court. It's like, bye, Dad. Fuck you. 40 years. What a piece of shit.
This is why most dads just psychologically torture their daughters. There's no physical evidence. You can torture your kids all you want. You just can't leave physical evidence. You will get busted
every time.
You'll get caught.
You know what, man? We just got into some real dark shit.
Yeah.
How about we laugh about something for a minute?
Yeah, well, what we like to do on the Creep Up from time to time is tell a fun story where pedo gets his comeuppance.
Yeah, I got one of those for you.
Great.
I love this. So what we're looking at here is a 14-year-old girl standing in a crosswalk, and a gentleman by the name of, why I usually write their names right up top.
Isaiah Navarro.
That's him, Isaiah Navarro. He's 37 years old, and she was walking to school, and he stopped just to have a little chat with her, and she outsmarted this kid. That's from a Ring security video in the neighborhood. Now,
well, he stopped because he was looking for the closest McDonald's.
No, he was looking for the closest child. and pretended to be looking for a McDonald's. And if she'd said, "Oh, it's that way," he would have said, "You want to go for a Happy Meal?" This guy's a fucking.
That's a good move.
No, it's not.
But
It's
you're
an
right.
awful
It
thing.
is a bad thing. You're right. Edit that part out later, Vinny, when we post this.
I will not. The Arizona teen was on her way home from school. I apologize. When she crossed the road in front of Isaiah Navarro's car in the residential neighborhood of Glendale. Now, he asked where's the closest McDonald's, and then he randomly asked her to get into his car. Then he asked, she was like, no, she refused. He's like, hey, can I get your number?
All right.
So the teen put her mother's phone number into the guy's cell phone.
I told you, Lisa, to stop doing that. I keep getting all these creepy texts and phone calls from your boyfriends. It's annoying. Stop it.
Now, here's the fun part. She goes home and tells her mom. The mom then calls the police. The police come and they confiscate the phone. And within a few hours, guess what's happening?
Yeah, I gotta
guess who's texting.
I'm a little surprised that the mom wouldn't just police this herself a little bit and just see like what happens. You like immediately go to the police. You're like, all right, this phone's about to be a lot of evidence. So take a look.
Well, the first thing we're showing here is a screenshot that says, my mom will get mad, so my dad. I'm only 14. And he wrote, maybe one day, can you keep our convo between me and you a secret? When is the best time to call you? And other words, yes. I don't know what's going on here.
Well,
but
he's confirming he wants it to be a secret. I think he was typing so fast.
Yeah.
That he wasn't even reading the conversation.
Now,
he's very excited about this 14-year-old hottie that he's going to hook up with. Can't wait.
So he's really thrilled about it. And he also said he's talking to the cops. Then he starts getting graphic, asking for specific sex acts with the kid.
Yeah. Why don't we share some nudes, get to know each other a little bit.
Asking for pictures.
Before our first date. Sure.
And then he called the number up to 30 times.
He's not desperate or anything.
You fucking loser.
That's not a good look.
Please just go out with me.
Ugh, so lame.
The cops are like, dude, we were going to let you off, but this is just so sad. It's a crime.
Yeah. So they schedule a rendezvous, and this guy shows up and, hey, where's my 14-year-old girlfriend? It's all just a bunch of cops.
There's a guy who looks sorry for what he did. That's the guy who realized he fucked up right there.
Do you want to meet me at the precinct and we'll get some milkshakes? Sure. Uh-oh. Womp womp.
Yeah, now he's arrested and all in jail. He's currently being held on a $250,000 bond. And can I just go ahead and say, how brazen?
Yeah.
Midday, walking right up to a kid. Let me get a number. Within a couple hours, he's sending dick pics to a kid who's 14.
Well, the problem I have with this article is that they act like this girl is a hero, as if girls have never given the wrong number to a guy before.
Yeah.
Wow. How amazing.
It's one of the older tricks in the book.
No shit.
Yeah.
But, well, at least she was not a victim and she got another creep off the streets for us.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
So, Carl, I think that means it's time for your Copcam.
You ready?
I hit it.
I can't wait to see Carl's Copcam. Fight with the cops for no reason. Will you please show me Carl's Copcam? Lose all your rights, ruin your life.
Oh boy, I love these.
I got a fun one for us today. This one checks all of the boxes, and I got to remember who sent it in. I'll take a look, but I'll let you start playing the first clip. Basically, what's going on here is you're seeing a woman. She's going 67 in a 45. It's pretty late at night. She's weaving a little bit, going way too fast. There's a couple other people in her car.
Little bit or a lot of it?
A little bit.
Okay.
So the police decide, like, all right, let's check up on this. They pull her over, and she's not having it. She's got better things to do than to get pulled over.
While speaking with her, he noticed she had bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of intoxicants coming from her.
Okay, how much have you had to drink tonight?
I have not. It was a whole family reunion. My whole family came from Texas right now.
Yep.
And I was like trying to take care of all of them tonight and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm trying to go to my dad's to pick up my kids.
So how much have you drank tonight? Do you have a couple drinks? Not that much?
Wrong answer.
If I'm driving, not that much. That
Okay.
guy in front of me was literally driving the same speed as I was going.
Okay. Passengers, IDs with you guys?
Didn't need a car.
I'm just trying to figure out my dispatcher wants to know who I'm talking with too. So
Well,
I just
you're
want to know who I'm
talking
talking with. Okay. Did you have your seatbelt on earlier?
I did have my
Yeah.
seatbelt on.
Okay. Stay in your vehicle. I'll be right back.
All right. So, yes, this is from Jeff Spangler. Thank you. He sends in some great ones for us.
Oh, thanks, Jeff.
And sorry, the audio's a little choppy. It's not terrible. It gets a little bit better. It's a little bit annoying. But,
Yeah, I was thinking that was me for a second. I was about to have a stroke.
I should have warned you. It's kind of annoying. But, yeah, as you mentioned, how much we had to drink? Not that much is the wrong answer. Where are you coming from? I'm coming from a party, obviously.
I came from a big party with everyone in my family who's celebrating.
Right, yeah. So obviously I'm not drunk. Coming from a huge party.
Yeah, when you're around a bunch of relatives you haven't seen in a while, nobody drinks.
Of course.
No one drinks just because they can't stand the sight of their uncle.
So the cop goes back in his car and he's running the plates and the license and everything. And all of a sudden they're trying to get his attention. They're waving out the window at this cop.
That's a suggestion, by the way. Dwyer Christian says, I came from a funeral of my mother. That's the answer.
Funerals don't usually go until 1:30 a.m., but I hear what you're saying.
We were mourning extra hard.
You could try that. You can definitely try that.
All right, let's
So they're waving to get this police officer's attention. So he walks back up and they have a very good reason for why they should be let go.
While running Mariana's info and waiting for another officer to arrive, she randomly waved to get the deputy's attention.
What can I help you with?
Dude, when we were pulling out from Quick Trip, someone jumped him. Some guy, there's probably cameras at Quick Trip. So they beat his ass. I tried pulling off and getting him away from there to go to my dad's house. So I'm not
Somebody jumped in my Quick Trip.
Huh?
Where? Which Quick Trip?
The new one.
The new one. Okay. We'll talk to you about that in a little bit, okay?
So you're not going to let us go?
I'm not letting you go right now.
Why not? Sir.
Why? Because we have another further investigation to do right now. So right now you're not free to leave. Into your ability to drive safely, first of all.
You want me to?
Nope, not right now. You're going to stay in the vehicle for right now. Just stay right here. I'll be right back with you.
Hey, sir.
Okay. So basically, she forgot about this detail the first time she talked to the officer and then says, by the way, my buddy here just got jumped at the gas station.
Can we go now?
So I think we can go, right? Isn't that how that usually works? It's like, oh, you're having a bad night? Oh, then, yeah, please go about your day. I didn't realize you guys were having a bad night. My apologies. Didn't mean to make it worse. Now, if that's not funny enough, my clip 3, this is how they think they're speaking the cops' language with this one.
Oh, no. I saw what you labeled this.
Literally hit him outside.
Okay. So do you need an ambulance?
Huh?
Do you need an ambulance?
No.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Hey, look at me.
What's that?
Stop flashing the light at me.
I need to be able to see in the vehicle.
I just got jumped by a whole bunch of black guys 15, 20 minutes ago.
So we will look into that here shortly.
We're worried for them following us. They're black people, literally.
You want the cameras?
Yep, we will follow up with Quick Trip regarding that.
Really? You're going to follow up with Quick Trip?
Yeah.
Because we took off because we're scared for our lives.
We'll wait for you.
Oh, I'm not going to right now. Right now, we're going to look into that aspect, and we have something else that we need to be looking at. So you're going to hold on for a second. Well, first of all, we're concerned about your ability to drive a vehicle. Yes, so that's why I'm waiting for my partner right now.
You want me to walk on and do the sobriety test? Because
we're going to wait for my partner before that happens right now. Okay? Nope, you're staying in the vehicle. Okay? I'm telling you to stay in the vehicle. I've told you that multiple times already.
I'm little. I don't.
Yep, but there's 3 of you guys in the vehicle. Okay? So right now you're preventing me from doing that right now. Okay, so right now we're waiting for my partner to get here. So we're gonna look into your ability to drive, and then we're gonna look into him getting jumped as well.
With another gun. You need 2 guns to make sure that I can do a sobriety test.
Stay in your vehicle.
Jesus Christ, they're all over the place. So I love this guy's just like, did you not hear me? I said there was a bunch of black people. Obviously, that's why we're speeding.
Hurry, you could still catch them.
Right? Yeah, it's like black people. What? Why are they loose?
Why I oughta?
They must have gotten out of their prison cells. I don't understand this. That was just fucking hilarious. I got jumped by black people.
That was marvelous. Good try though.
Good try. I don't think it worked.
It was unique. It was a different try. The cop probably doesn't get that one often.
Yeah, that one we haven't heard before. Honestly, in 2024, that's a different one. This is 2022, but
yeah.
But
they stole my truck.
We are gonna hear some of the other things that we've been watching on these cop cams, and it starts with the woman's being a little uncooperative, as you can tell there. So it's time to be detained, I think.
Hate to see.
Get out of the vehicle. Come back here. Right now you're going to be detained. Right now you're being detained. Because you're being uncooperative. You're being uncooperative. Come back here. Come back. Get back here. You are not walking away from me.
Grab me like that. Do not grab me like that.
Stop.
Do not grab me like that. Do not grab me like
225,
that.
1033.
No.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You're being detained.
For what?
You're being detained.
For what?
Turn around.
For what?
Stop resisting. Stop.
Down she goes.
Right now you're being detained.
You are grabbing me for no reason.
You're being detained. You're trying to walk away.
For what? I'm not walking away. I was in my car.
You've been fighting with one.
I was in my car.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
No, for what? I was in my car. You know how many
what, Timmy?
You're gonna get tased. Put your hands behind your
This
back.
cop, this
Put
guy's
your
a
hands behind your
pussy.
back, You're gonna get tased.
Call a shove. Call a shove.
Put your hands.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. If I'm her, she's drunk.
Yeah.
Like I would see why she's fighting. She doesn't know what's going on. He didn't just say, "Hey, I'm going to detain you," and that means I have to put handcuffs on you. Like you should probably explain a little bit better before you just grab. Go, you're being detained. Like she's drunk. She doesn't know what the fuck's happening.
I guess, but he's also saying put your arms behind your back over and over again, and she keeps resisting that. And she seems to be stronger than him. Have you noticed that?
I did. She really does.
She
get away from
really is
him.
overpowering this guy.
She's
which is
built
funny.
like a fire hydrant.
She really is.
Yeah. I couldn't tell that from when she was sitting down. It turns out she's shaped like SpongeBob.
Right.
All right, help arrives. Here we
Oh,
go.
no, keep it going. We got more on this this video. Sorry,
dear
it's just-
God.
it's a fun struggle.
Get it back, you're gonna get tased.
What? I'm not doing shit, bro. I'm not doing shit. I'm literally standing there. He's whipping me around. I'm whipping me
Put your hands behind your back, you're gonna get tased.
You asked. I was trying to provide a sobriety test. I was trying to provide a sobriety test.
Okay. She was trying to provide a sobriety test. Vinny, I don't know. She's like, I don't know what the problem is here. Officer, my friend got jumped. Black people. Remember that part? Now I'm on the ground for some reason.
Dang Lizard said, the cop should have asked, were these the same guys that murdered OJ's wife?
Yes. Are they the real killers? We've been looking for them. Thank
Fucking
you.
Hysterical.
Thank you for this tip.
We have the funniest listeners on the show.
Great. All right. So, yeah, my next clip, he does have another officer show up. He is weak as fuck. A female officer shows up and finally gets this woman in cuffs.
Oh, they need a woman to get her in?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
something else funny happens.
Put your hands on your back. Yes. You're gonna get tased. Stop.
Whoa, she is stronger than him. You're
She's
right.
much stronger than him.
You're manhandling me. I'm a woman. 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 And I'm more sober than you because look.
During the struggle, Mariana swung at the deputy multiple times and headbutted him in the face, knocking his glasses off.
Bro, I'm not even doing shit to you. I'm not doing shit.
Put your hands in your back.
I'm not doing shit.
Put your hands in your back. You're getting tased.
Ruh-roh.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything.
Get her hand.
I'm not doing anything.
Stop
I'm not. No.
My glasses on the ground somewhere.
One of
I
the
feel like I would've
passengers
quote
then
Katy
exited the
Perry.
vehicle. When told to get back in, he
Look at this
appeared to
guy.
reach for the keys,
He's like, all right.
seemingly attempting to start the car.
It's 1095. Get in the car now. Get in the car.
Stay on the ground.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Nope. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. You decided to interject yourself?
Okay.
Hands behind your back.
Okay.
Trying to tase me. I'm
Okay,
not
just
even
breathe.
doing.
Breathe, okay?
Okay. So this guy's now interjected himself into this for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems to me like this woman's escalated this much more than needed to be.
Like I was saying, I want to quote Katy Perry. She's a firework.
She really is. These people seem to be dumb to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now we start to get into some of the tropes that we're used to when these people are getting pulled over in this day and age. My clip 6 is one of them.
All right, hey, let's set up in a sitting position, okay? I'm gonna help you, okay?
One more in the car.
I'll be in jail for a couple of months. You're gonna lose your fucking job. I didn't even do anything. Literally, you guys are a fucking abuse of fucking power.
Nope, we're
I'm
gonna
not
sit
even
right
doing anything.
So Sam Bibley makes a very good point here.
Yes.
To be fair, if you were in the car, you wouldn't be able to tell if they were killing her or if she was just yelling for no reason.
That is true. It does
and it's a
sound like
family member. So I understand why that guy was concerned. And that guy, by the way, handled it relatively okay. The cop, he went to go get back in the car. The cop told him to get on the ground. He didn't follow directions, but
right. Yeah, we're
he didn't resist.
Right, that's true. We're gonna find out that he's not the greatest guy ever.
I believe that.
But as you just heard, she just said, I'll go to jail for a couple of months, but you guys are gonna lose your jobs. And so both police officers were let go without pay, and that's the end of that.
Oh.
What else you want to talk about?
Well, that's the end of the show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for. Oh no, that's not what happened at all. In fact, the police officers are doing nothing wrong apparently, and these two, they want to see a supervisor. They turn into Karens at this point. Where's your supervisor? I want to have a talk with that manager of yours. That's my next clip.
I'm trying to make your handcuffs so they don't get tighter. Knock it off.
Where's the supervisor?
He's on his way.
Okay, well now
So
wait
Mark-
for him. I'm gonna wait for him. I pay my taxes every day.
That's nice. Stop fighting me.
I'm not fighting you, man.
You want me to walk a sobriety test?
We're not going to do that right now.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Because you and my partner.
Calm down after I just had a man. I was not fighting him. Watch his camera. He literally whipped me out of my fucking car. He whipped me out of my car.
Okay. So I love the guy.
That wasn't what happened, but okay.
I love the guy goes right to, I pay my taxes every day. No one pays their taxes every day. It's quarterly.
What do you
usually.
what do you call when you buy cigarettes?
Well, right. I mean, there are sales tax and things that maybe you're subjected to on a daily basis, but he went right to the I pay your salary card. And then you picked up on something. She goes, he whipped me out of my car. How about a little reminder, my next clip number 8 of how she got out of her car?
Out of the vehicle.
Oh.
Yep, get out. Yep, get out of the vehicle.
Oh, this is her
come back here. Right now,
getting
you're
up
being detained.
and walking
Right
out
now,
of the
you're being
vehicle.
detained.
Doesn't seem like he whipped her out of the car, does it, Vinny?
No.
Seems like he asked her to get out, and she did.
Yeah.
She was trying to get out before that, honestly. All right. So this gets a little crazy right here, Vinny. I hope you're a fan of mixed martial arts.
Oh, you know I am. Here we go.
Search my pussy. Stop. I'm trying to.
You already got one count of battery to law enforcement. Do you want another?
You want me to strut them, baby?
All right, I'm going to search you, okay?
But you guys are literally my fucking handcuffs. Literally
You have
my
to have
handcuffs. No, what the f*** do I literally?
You
You
gotta
think I would
ask.
have something on me?
You gotta ask.
You think I would have something on me? You think I would have something on me, please?
That was some kick. Almost right into the camera, too, I gotta say.
She got it up. She got her foot up pretty high.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. And it's funny because the way this started is just like, what's the problem? I'm just a lady officer. What's the problem? You're all afraid of me, and then immediately starts fighting with the police.
Well, and I'm also going to say, I thought I was punishing you all with no boobs today, but here we are now, and those things are falling out.
They're all yours. Yeah, they get blurred out for most of the rest of this because they're all out there.
Yeah, they're just.
It's all you,
hanging
buddy.
out.
Oh well, since you're getting excited about the boobs, how about some sexy talk? My next clip here.
Ooh.
You think you can spread me open, baby? You can't spread me open.
Okay,
never mind.
You think you can spread me open,
I
baby?
bet she could. But you get the jaws of life out of the car.
Oh God, awful.
Ugh.
So now Mariana gets placed in the back of the police car. I'm sure this will go well. Seems reasonable.
Okay.
Subsequently, Mariana was placed inside the squad car and began beating the living shit out of the window with her head.
See if I got a helmet.
I was going to say, I don't think I have one in my squad.
So she's being a little bit hysterical.
Those were some thick-skulled fucking slams there.
They really were. So she's upset. Now let's get back to the guy here.
Tua would have died if his hit hit something that hard.
It's true. So let's get back to the guy who's still being a Karen, and he wants to talk to the supervisor.
Oh, sorry. Don't obstruct the police and maybe we'd help you. So enjoy your seat. I am the supervisor. What do you want?
Are you the sheriff?
No, I'm the sergeant.
Oh, I want the sheriff.
You think the sheriff's going to come out at 3:30 in the morning?
Hey, I pay my taxes, man.
Good for you. So do I.
Hey, wake up the sheriff. I pay my taxes. How come the sheriff woke up? He's just like, the sheriff's sleeping. I work this shitty shift, asshole.
Yeah. I fucked up years ago and beat the shit out of somebody, and now they make me work all night.
Right.
You're
Now
not
I'm
getting any
working late
sympathy
nights.
out of me.
Of course not. Again, with the I pay my taxes nonsense. So they're going to lose their jobs. These people pay their salaries. We got all these different things. And now we got another one that we see. I bet you can guess what the next one's going to be, Vinny.
Oh, is this for the guy or for the girl?
For the girl.
Oh, she's getting a helmet.
Well, that's
or hogtied.
true. That's true. And I'm wondering if she has any trouble breathing.
Oh, no.
A search of the vehicle uncovered several open bottles of liquor and plastic cups containing leftover alcohol.
This is inhumane. I'm not a dog that needs to be put a muzzle on. I'm not.
That's so you don't ram your head and get hurt.
Because you literally grabbed my head. You're a fucking official.
I just got here. I literally just
your
got
partner.
here.
Yeah, and we can watch his body cam.
Yep, there will be camera. You're right. When law enforcement gives you a lawful order, I encourage you to comply.
Where is the sheriff?
The sheriff is not working tonight. I don't think the sheriff would let you go after fighting with Deputy Anderson.
Is it a muzzle?
No, it's not a muzzle at all.
It feels like a muzzle.
Okay,
I can't
it's not.
breathe. Please take
It's
it
to
off
prevent
of
you
me.
from
I can't
hurting
breathe.
yourself or biting us.
I can't breathe.
There's absolutely nothing obstructing her.
Yeah, the mask, folks, if I had to describe it, it's Mick Foley as mankind.
Right. It almost looks like a football grill in
Yeah.
front of her face. It's not even touching her face. It's nowhere near her mouth. But now all of a sudden she can't breathe.
Yeah.
Go
I'd
figure.
throw her right the fuck off the top of the Hell in the Cell.
You're still amped up about your wrestling.
By God! Hey, she's broken her in half. They did split her in two, finally.
And she is a charmer, Vinny, as we'll see in this next clip.
We can't let you hurt. No, it's not up to you anymore because you're in police custody. So that's not how it works. I'm sorry that you think that's how it works, but it's not. So, all right. Well, that was nice of you. So enjoy the helmet because you're going to be staying in it.
We're gonna do a welcome
Yes. Mariana, are you good? Okay, I'll take the helmet off, but you're not going to ram your head, okay? Deal? Okay, if you ram your head, it's going to go right back on. Turn your head towards me. Come towards me. Okay, there you go. That was the deal. Keep your foot in the car. Thank you.
First off, she says you guys are disgusting fucking pigs. Probably not a great thing to say to the police when you're in this situation. But secondly, they take the helmet off and she's like, oh, thank God I can breathe again.
Carl,
Such a overly dramatic.
when she turned her head towards him, I thought she was going to say, Mariana isn't here anymore.
Right.
That
Yes.
was really creepy.
Yeah, all of a sudden her demeanor changed and everything. I was like, oh boy, what do we got here?
And by the way, I wouldn't use the word charming to describe her ever.
No, it's just the opposite.
Yeah, no, I'd probably use like lumpy.
Yeah.
Lumpy.
Lumpy, nasty. All right, so now let's fast forward to the hospital. They bring her to the hospital, and she really needs these cuffs loosened, Vinny. They're very tight.
Slam me a grand Scrabble, and he's pulling his own side, and I don't
playing
care.
Scrabble?
But you need to loosen these handcuffs
I
because
checked
they
them.
hurt, and I'm in a hospital right now.
checked them.
No, you did not check them.
Loose this one?
You tighten them tighter.
Yeah, I know. I'm loosing it.
You put them tighter. You put them tighter.
Correct. It's not safety lock. That's what I'm doing, so you can't make them tighter.
Tighter. You put them tighter. I just felt it.
I know. That's what I just told you.
You put them tighter. You're putting them
Pull
tighter.
away from me.
You're
Stop.
putting them tighter.
Listen! Can you stop talking and just listen? I'm trying to see how tight they are.
Putting them tighter. I
Ma'am.
can feel it. No. I'm gonna
Stop
step back down. I'm gonna
talking.
step back down.
Let me
I
safety
can't-
lock.
Do you want me to
No,
safety
he's
lock
putting
or
them
not?
tighter. He's putting them
Okay.
tighter.
I'm putting my finger in them.
Someone help me.
Bro, you are
please.
being so extra right now.
Help me. Help me.
Chill
Have a
out.
Have a seat.
Sit down.
Help me.
Sit down now.
Help me. Someone help me.
Scott, literally
A
my entire
doctor,
finger can go in.
Please help me, doctor.
They were not safety locked. They are now.
Oh, so if they're not safety locked, she could basically, she can't get them off, but she can make them tighter
Correct.
herself.
Correct.
So, okay.
That's what he was trying to help her with.
Yeah.
He was trying to avoid that. She just kept screaming and crying about it. Meanwhile, she's smashing her head into the windows, not complaining about having a headache. It's just her hands are sore.
Well, they
the
slammed her
handcuffs.
playing Scrabble.
Right. They were playing Scrabble. I remember that earlier.
Yeah.
Now, this is, I don't think we've seen this one before. This is some childish shit going on right now in my clip 16.
I'm gonna pee on myself. You guys are not letting me go to the bathroom.
During transport to the jail, Mariana held her breath and pretended to lose consciousness.
Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Deep breath
Did her
in through your
tits
nose,
make
out
that
through your
noise?
mouth. Take a deep breath. Mariana, take a deep breath. Mariana. Wake up. Let's go. Wake up. Wake up.
You're not allowed to do that.
Dude, that's pay GMS. She's unresponsive.
You think he was trying to
Wake
get
up.
a feel in real quick?
Mariana. Mariana. There we go. Take a deep breath. She's back away. She responded to sternum rub. Mariana, take a deep breath. Stop playing games right now. We're done playing games. We're done. We're not gonna be playing games anymore.
Are you allowed to just shake women's tits if you think they're unconscious?
I'm not an EMT. I'm not a police officer. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to. Remember Al Franken?
That's true. Yes, but she's not a senator, I don't think.
True. Good point.
I don't think she represents us in the federal government. So she's trying everything, pretended that she was passing out and dying on the police. Anything she can do. I have one more clip on here. Let's find out what the charges are here.
Although the preliminary breath test indicated a blood alcohol concentration of 0.138, the blood draw later revealed a blood alcohol concentration of 0.17.
I was certain she was going to pee in your car. I was certain she was going to pee in your car.
As a result, Mariana was charged with felony attempted battery threat to an officer and misdemeanor resisting obstructing an officer.
Boy, did they
She
clean her
also
up for that
received
picture.
$1,200 in traffic citations, including one for OWI, first offense, and was released on a $1,000 signature bond. About a year and a half later, she was found guilty of resisting after entering a no contest plea. Her felony charge was dismissed, but read in. As for the 25-year-old male passenger, he was charged with misdemeanor resisting obstructing an officer and was also discovered to be on probation. He was eventually found guilty due to a no contest plea and was sentenced to a $250 fine. Ultimately, Mariana was sentenced to 120 days in the Dodge County Detention Facility, 18 months of probation, and an additional 30 days of conditional jail time.
Well, that's good. So the kid would never give up his name. He kept asking for the sheriff. He's because he's on probation.
Right.
So he definitely should not have gotten involved in that at all.
Yeah, stay in the car with the open alcohol and everything. That will go well with your probation
I
officer.
know they don't
too.
even know how to like get rid of the alcohol out of the car.
Listen, the dumbest thing you're ever going to do is drive around with open booze.
I never understood that. I have friends who do it. And I'm like,
I have friends who would
thing.
put a fucking beer in the cup holder when I was a teenager.
Right. My buddy who I used to work with at E-Bombs World was Easton Alexander's, like the big entertainment district here in Rochester. This guy was driving through the intersection, Easton Alexander, at like a Saturday night, and a plainclothes cop on foot was walking by, just like, "Hey man, you got a beer?" He's like, "Yeah, but you can't have it." He takes a swig off of it. He just gets arrested. DUI.
Fucking idiot.
You're driving through an area where there's nothing but police and drinking.
Carl,
Makes zero sense.
Before we get out of here, do you want to hit a couple listener voicemails?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse. Come visit our AHL team, the Syracuse Crunch. They got their nickname Crunch after our favorite prostitute's signature move. Give it a shot. See you in Syracuse.
The Syracuse Crunch. I always wondered how they got that name.
Yeah, now we know.
Now, Carl, first voicemail. This is a nice compliment here. Let me make sure I got this right. Oh, but he makes a good point about one of our stories last week.
Okay.
We told the story about the horse groomer. She hired the migrant who lived at the trailer and got her nose chopped off to spite her face.
Right.
Vinny, Carl, good seeing you guys in Detroit. Just listening to the Creep Off, the Scum parade about that horse groomer that chopped that lady's nose off. I don't know what this guy's all worked up for. I used to do horse grooming. It's real easy. You just tell the horse, "Hey, you're really pretty, and you're a real mature horse for your age." And then you give him some wine, and zip zap zoom, you're in.
Jesus.
Not that hard. All right, see you.
That's inappropriate.
Do you have any voicemails over there?
I don't. You know what? I haven't checked my voicemail in a while because we didn't do any for WTP.
All right, somebody calling us with a joke. Let's see if it's funny.
I got a question for you guys. What does a male nurse not have in common with Joe Biden, Sut Joe, Aaron M. Holtz, Tim Walz? A male nurse is not a guaranteed win. Call, let's go.
Okay.
Gotcha. Road, and a male nurse.
Gotcha.
Vote for Carl.
I didn't care for that call.
I like that call. It's a good one.
All right. Podcast Prophet here calling to yell at us.
Hey there, boys. It's Podcast Prophet. Holy Spirit is speaking through me.
Sorry, wrong one, Carl. He calls a lot.
Vinny, triple bypass Paulino. I will not have you besmirch the good name of KK Carl Hamburger just because he doesn't have up-to-date glasses. This is the Podcast Prophet, by the way. I'll be 39 on December 4th. You can send gifts my way if you'd like. Anyways, I got glasses when I was 30. And like I said, I'll be 39. And I have been holding on to these motherfuckers for 9 years. Like, I've had to super glue the lenses back in and the nose pieces and all that shit, and the script ain't right, but you know what? I see just fine.
Yeah, but you're not on a show where you have to read super chats. Carl sits there, and I'm starting to think like he's illiterate because he can't read the screen. He's like, he's like, I feel like I'm in Billy Madison. I want to yell, today, Junior.
All right, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
Now listen, a pair of glasses didn't cost you a couple $100.
It's not the cost, Vinny. I know. I need to get my eyes examined. I know.
Do you need some money?
Well, yes.
You need some money.
My house, that you heard how much it's going to cost to repair my house at Cape Coral, right?
No, what happened?
$207.50. So,
that's a pair of glasses.
Anything people can chip in would help.
That's like a trip to
patreon.com/the creep off.
Best value glasses emporium.
Patreon.com/hear these podcasts.
Speaking of which, patreon.com, if you use that little QR code up in the corner there by Carl said, you can find our Patreon where you're going to get a bonus episode every week, right, Carl?
That's correct.
Now, folks, I still owe you. We got it. We're going to be doing a new Hall of Fame induction in November. You're still, we still got to get up the polling for the vote. I was meant to do that. I did not get to it because I was traveling so much the last 2 weeks. We're going to have a great bonus episode for you this Friday. So make sure you join us over there. And when you do support the show, you get some merch. We treat you good around here at the Creep Off.
That's a pretty good deal. Lots of bonus shows and merch.
Yep, bonus show every week. So I think we're out of here, Carl. It's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Gia.